Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This show's Key Talk. Listen, I'm getting straight into it today. I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button for me while we get into it, right? So we got some, of course, World War III topics to cover today. And then, of course, it looks like Pusha T has dissed none other than Travis Scott. Now, this seemed like it came out of left field for me. It definitely came out of left field because I thought they was all teamed up to go against Drake at a particular time. I don't know. But either way it goes, I'm going to break it all down for y'all, right? So let's get that old Pusha T stuff out the way, and then after we get that out the way, I'm talking about we'll get into the whole World War III situation because there's definitely some big updates that's going on. So Pusha T came out with a song. I don't know if it's called "Let's Be Real." Let's be honest. He came out with a song, and in the song, he pretty much dissed Pusha T. He says, "You cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your and your pride in front of me," which obviously he's talking about none other than her. You know, talking about Kylie Jenner. Her utopia had moved right up the street and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. So he pretty much is coming out saying, hey, listen, man, your girl got took. Not only did your girl get took, she don't really need to live off you. She don't really need you. And she was easy to get took because she got her old lip gloss line. If y'all don't know, Kylie Jenner's like a billionaire right now, right? Anyway, so from those lyrics, I'm going to actually break down because a lot of people's like, wait, why is he dissing him like that? Why is he dissing? So this is what happened. Allegedly, the Clips, and obviously the people that are inside the Clips is Pusha T and another guy, right? They formed something called the Clips. Now, these two were having a studio session. It was their studio session. They say that Travis Scott walked inside that studio session, barged in, act like he was super cool and friendly with everybody just to play them his Utopia album. But on that Utopia album, there's a diss song on there. Well, Drake is on that album, and he's dissing the Clips, right? But they say Travis Scott skipped that song, and they didn't figure out that they was getting dissed on the album until the album actually came out, and they heard the diss song, right? So they thought Buddy was just faking and being fake, right? Pusha T actually did an interview about it, and it was asked him, hey, did you diss Kanye West, or were you dissing this person? This is what it said. It says, Pusha T calls Travis Scott a whore when saying why he dissed him on So Be It. That's the name of the song, So Be It. I'm going to be real with y'all. Personally, I don't listen to a lot of Pusha T. Whenever Pusha T and Drake got into their beef, I know everybody was like, oh, Drake got a kid, so they was giving a W to Pusha T. To be honest with you, I personally like the song not Story of Adonis, Duppy Freestyle more than the Story of Adonis. Just being real, just sonically listening to it, I like the other song better, right? For me, when this goes off who won a beef or who won a battle, I don't care what the masses say. I only care about my opinion and what I say, right? Anyway, so let's continue. It says, Pusha says he felt disrespected when Travis played Utopia without playing Drake's Meltdown verse, which dissed Pharrell. It said, we were in Paris literally working, and he was calling to play P, his new album. He came to Pharrell's studio. Oh, wow. Okay. That is kind of wild, right? He came to Pharrell's studio at Louis Vuitton headquarters where Clips record most of their Let God Sort 'Em Out, which is their album. He interrupted the session. He sees me and Mala is there. He's like, oh man, everybody's here. He's smiling, laughing, jumping around, doing his fucking monkey dance. We weren't into the music, but he wanted to play it, wanted to film us, and Pharrell listening to it. And then a week later, you hear Meltdown, which he didn't play. He played the song, but not Drake's verse. Pusha also says Travis has no loyalty. So listen, bruh. Pretty much Pusha T is cutting off any heads of anybody that's messing with the ops. And that's just pretty much how it's going to go down, right? Which is understandable. I'm sure Drake wouldn't want to rock with nobody that's rocking with Pusha T, especially wouldn't want to listen to an album from anybody that's rocking with Pusha T, right? So boom, Pusha T hops up in the studio and he doesn't play. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of messed up that he didn't play the Meltdown song to Pharrell and them, and he was in Pharrell's studio, and he does have a song on there where Drake is dissing Pharrell, which is smart why he didn't actually play it. But I can understand and see where, the anger in Pusha T is coming from. So just because I don't really listen to Pusha T's music, that don't mean that I can't be objective and be real. Obviously, I'm from Texas. Travis Scott's from Texas as well, so salute to being both from Texas. But yes, I can understand where Pusha T's anger comes from. Now, in that song, Pusha T also said he has a video. I guess the video that he's saying he got is of Travis Scott crying. Now, is he capping with that? Maybe he's not capping with it. Do I expect Travis Scott to reply back? maybe like with a bar or two, but Travis Scott ain't really like a lyrical rapper, you know what I'm talking about? But hey, listen, man, if you do want to reply back, I'm an excellent writer. I can write you some heat, some fire, you know what I'm talking about? Just hop in my DM at Key Talk Media and send me a beat and I get a song written for you, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so now aside from that, let's get over here into the whole World War III stuff that's actually going on, because I'm gonna be real with y'all, it is not a lot of hip hop stuff going on right now. Literally, hip hop is slow than a motherfucker right now. You know what I'm talking about? But you know what ain't slow? World War III. You know why? Because the news just broke that America is potentially about to strike Iran. Now, y'all probably wondering, why is this so big? This is big because America has been defensively helping out Iran. Ain't just hit Iran directly yet, right? But with what they're saying now, they may hit Iran directly. And if America hits Iran directly, you already know that China and Russia have a lot of plans as well, but except helping out Iran. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out, right? So this is an interview right now. American Senator Ted Cruz, he tells Tucker Carlson the United States is conducting military strikes with Israel on Iran today. But then I guess he spoke too soon and he tried to like play it off. But here is what he had to say. Then of course we'll read some of the other updates that's actually going on.
Retaliation. And if you really believe
we're
that,
carrying out military strikes today.
you said Israel was.
Right. With our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here, because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
Man, listen, let me just tell y'all this. This war stuff is super sneaky and tricky. We as in America, we can actually say, hey, we're helping them with defense and we're doing this and we're doing that, but we're not a part of the war. That's how the global wars be happening. And then, you know, in the streets, if you're going to go kill somebody and then some of their partners or affiliates end up killing you or helping them out, giving them ammo, whatever it may be, them people is part of it too, right? But that's the streets. But inside of the huge global wars, it's kind of like, oh, you can do this to a limit. But what Ted Cruz is saying, that America is not even taking the lead, but assisting with the strikes on Iran, which could have some consequences.
We are supporting
This is
Israel.
high stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
Anyway, so aside from that, let's go down some. It says the Venezuelan president Maduro and a lot of different nations and countries is tuned in on this, because this could be the start of World War III. The reason it's a world war is because there's people from all over the world, countries and stuff from all over the world that can potentially be a part of it and get inside of the war, right? That's what makes it a world war. Anyway, so it says Venezuelan President Maduro says Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, which of course Vladimir Putin is Russia's president, Xi Jinping is China's president, right? They could stop the Israel war. So he ain't say nothing about the United States. He says they have the honor, power, and ability to sit at a table and ensure the words that are respected and not used as deceptive mechanism to wage more war. And then also right below it says Iran claims it has full and complete control over the airspace inside of Israel. Now, why did I find this funny? Because Israel has actually came out and said that they have full airspace over Iran. So Iran is like, no, we got full space over y'all. And Israel's like, no, we got full space over y'all. What this tells me is these dudes is both doing propaganda from Israel and to Iran. They're both trying to make the public think that they're doing this and they're doing that, when in actuality, both places is getting hit. Now, I'm sure there's some deeper stuff that's going on that we don't really know about. Like, I know they got spies all over the place. And so I heard Iran is filled up with Israel spies. Like, Israeli spies is all over Iran. And I think they call it the Mossad, right? That's their intelligence inside of Israel. But anyways, what this tells me, like I said, with Iran saying they're claiming Israel's airspace and then Israel claiming that they're taking over Iran's airspace, propaganda on both sides, right? Blow the whistle. The next thing that's going on, and we take a look at it, it says Iran Supreme Leader. This is the Supreme Leader of Iran. This guy right here, this is the guy that Donald Trump was like, listen, we know exactly where you're at all times. We can literally kill you. Now, Trump stopped them from killing him the first time. Now, this next go around, I don't know if Trump's going to try to stop them from killing them. They want a regime change. They want these dudes out, and they want new leaders put inside, right? But this guy, the leader of Iran says, we will show no mercy to Israel. Now, this right here it says Israel continues to strike to Iran and Iran. This is another military strike that Israel actually did. So they're still both attacking each other with drones, with ballistic missiles. So that's why I keep telling y'all, like, this side may say they got this person's airspace, and then this side say they got their airspace, but both of them is getting attacked by each other, right? So, but I guess having someone's airspace on lock doesn't mean they can't attack you, which I would imagine that it could. I think I would have to know what exactly do they mean that they have full control over the other person's airspace, because the way this is looking right here, Israel just attacked Iran. Why y'all let them attack y'all if y'all got full, talking about control over the airspace, right? Anyways, now aside from that attack, Iran's supreme leader came out and he said, we will never compromise with Israel. Now, why did he say that? Because Donald Trump is steady saying, y'all need to make a deal. If y'all don't make a deal, Iran is going to get worse for you. Then you got Israel coming out saying, listen, we're killing y'all. We've got way more bodies stacked up than y'all, meaning we've killed more people than y'all. We're destroying y'all's bases. We're destroying y'all scientists. Now, when the war first kicked off, Israel came in strong, killed some of their scientists, killed some of their important people within their country, talking about officials, governmental officials, I guess you can call it that. But right now, I don't know what the blue hell is actually going on. All I know is they is steady killing each other back and forth. That's why the next time it says the United States closed its embassy in Israel until Friday. Great thing to do. Why? Because now Iran is saying that they're going to strike the United States embassy that's actually inside of Israel if the United States is helping. And you just heard Tucker Carlson say, yeah, we're helping we're helping Israel carry out attacks on Iran. So at any time, they can try to hit a military base. Once they hit a military base, it's up and it's stuck, literally, right? So this is an Israeli missile interceptor malfunctions and strikes Israel soil. So I guess the missile interceptor is meant to like capture missiles coming in from Iran. Israel got missiles, they send up and it'll catch it and like destroy it, right? But Israel's missile interceptor, it malfunctioned and hit their own land. I don't think it exploded. Well, obviously it exploded because it's a missile. So, but either way it goes, that's what's going down. Anyway, so and then it says Iranian ballistic missiles seen over Tel Aviv, Israel. And this is happening again. And this is after Israel said that they have control over the skies inside of Iran. This is what leads, and I'm not a super military guy. Yeah, my grandfather was in the military, stuff like that, but I'm not in the military. So when I hear you got complete control over someone's skies, I expect them to not be able to send anything from their country over back to your country, right? But it literally says Iranian ballistic missiles seen over Tel Aviv, Israel, which means they're sending them still, right? Just look at all the missiles. Them ain't shooting stars. Them is missiles. But along with those missiles, you see the big things. I think those are the interceptors that's actually meant to go stop. Let's say we can see an interceptor hit a missile. Well, you can't really see. Oh, yeah. I think whenever you see the big flashes in the sky, that's the interceptor hitting the missile that's coming from Iran and then exploding, pretty much getting rid of it, right? So I'm going to read a couple more of these. And then, like I say, we'll just end the video. But I definitely want to keep y'all updated on this whole World War III stuff because this is some real deal stuff that's going on. And I'm giving y'all a perspective that isn't from this news station or this news station who may be funded by these people or some type of personal interest. I'm not funded by nobody. I'm literally just telling y'all what I'm reading and breaking it down. Talking about the real deal. Talking about anyway. So then it says Iran says it's targeted Israeli military bases with missiles and warns the attacks will continue. The U.S. Now this is where it comes with us. U.S. military on high alert across Middle East following reports of potential war with Iran. And last but not least, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, has now came out and said, President Trump to deliver a major address soon. I'm going to be 100% with y'all. The thing that I think he's about to say is we are declaring war against Iran. Now, when that happens, all hell breaks loose. We go bomb Iran. If China and them, Russia and them want to come in, they will come in. But also we got to remember, China is actively trying to take Taiwan from America right now. So I just feel like all hell's about to break loose. Everybody's got ulterior motives, and like I said, I think all hell is literally about to break loose. But anyways, listen, man. I wanted to get another video out today, but it ain't a lot going on in hip hop. Hip hop is so slow right now. You know, I'm even covering some politics right now. But I'm happy. I see the comment section. Y'all say y'all enjoy when I do the politics stuff like that. So I thought about making a separate politics page, but actually, you know, I'll just keep it all on here and probably still make a separate page as well. But anyways, either way it goes, I don't want to say shout out to the whole Key Talk Mafia. I said Key Talk Mafia, Key Talk Mafia, Key Talk Gang, Key Talk Society. I'm greatly appreciated for y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, and I will come back with some more content. Anyways, let me know something coming down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.